You know, in the world of professional AV, everything can be going perfectly until it isn't. One tiny failure can bring the whole system crashing down. So today, we're going to look at a new standard that's all about preventing that, promising rock-solid reliability right when you need it most. So let's ask the big question. What's the real cost when your professional AV system fails? It sounds simple, right? But the answer, well, it's way more complicated than you might think. Because we're not talking about a minor glitch here. The fallout can be immediate, it can be severe, and wow, can it be expensive? And I mean, think about it. This isn't your projector flickering during a movie night. This is serious stuff. We're talking about very real lost revenue when a huge international sales call just drops, or compromised security when a critical surveillance feed goes dark, or even catastrophic downtime in a network operations center that's supposed to run 24/7. And maybe worst of all for an organization, a damaged reputation that can take years to fix. Yeah, in these professional spaces, the stakes are just incredibly high. Failure literally isn't an option. And that means reliability can't be some afterthought you tack on at the end. It has to be the bedrock, the foundation of the entire system. So how on earth do you guarantee that? Well, this is supposed to be the answer. This is the seal of the PANIO Matrix and AV Certification Authority, or let's just call it PMCA for short. Now, this isn't just another shiny logo they're slapping on a box. It represents a whole new way of thinking about reliability in the AV industry. So what exactly is PMCA? At its heart, it's a unified system for certification that covers the whole shebang. The actual equipment, the way that equipment is installed, and even the engineers who are doing the work. It's designed to be a complete quality framework, from the very first component all the way to the final sign-off. All right, so let's dig into how this new standard actually works. The whole idea is based on a simple fact. Not all AV systems are created equal, so they really shouldn't be treated that way. Just think about it for a second. The AV needs of a small, simple meeting room are worlds apart from a mission-critical life-or-death command center, right? In one, downtime is, an inconvenience, it's annoying. In the other, it's a full-blown crisis. PMCA totally gets this, and that's why it uses a tiered approach. It's all broken down into 3 classes. L1 is your baseline, good for places like small meeting rooms or retail spaces, and it requires a solid 24-hour stability test. Then you've got L2, which steps things up for corporate settings or network operations centers. That one demands a 72-hour high-stress load test. But L3 is the real deal. This is the elite level for command centers, for medical AV. Here, systems have to survive an absolutely grueling 168-hour non-stop reliability test. And that L3 test? It is absolutely no joke. To earn that top-tier certification, products have to go through something they actually call the gauntlet. And it's a series of extreme stress tests that are designed to basically simulate years of the harshest real-world conditions you can imagine. First up, endurance. L3's certified gear has to run flawlessly for 168 hours straight. That is a full week, running 24/7, with 0 reboots, no signal drops, no overheating, nothing. It just has to work. Next, it has to handle the heat. The test requires the gear to operate continuously and stably in a 70 degrees Celsius environment. That's 158 degrees Fahrenheit. We're talking about conditions that would literally fry most normal electronics, proving it can hold up no matter what. And finally, there's the power cycling test. The device has to survive being turned on and off more than 500 times. And this isn't just a simple check to see if it boots up. It's about simulating years of wear and tear to make sure it's going to keep turning on, reliably, every single time. But here's the thing. Passing those absolutely brutal tests is really only one piece of the puzzle. PMCA certification is about so much more than just having tough products. It's about building a complete system, an entire ecosystem that you can actually trust. The whole framework really rests on 3 core pillars. First, you've got the certified products themselves, the gear that actually survived the gauntlet. Second, you have certified installations, which make sure everything is set up perfectly. And third, you have certified engineers, the actual people who have the proven skills to design and deploy these systems without a single flaw. And a certified installation is held to a crazy high standard. We're talking standardized cable routing, only using certified cable types, proper grounding, and this one's huge, a strict rule that you can't mix in any non-compliant devices that could potentially bring the whole system down. This is why you'll see a whole family of these certification marks. So when you see these seals, it's a quick visual confirmation that the product or the installation or even the engineer you're working with is part of this high-quality standard. It's basically shorthand for trust and reliability out in the field. So what this all boils down to is that PMCA creates a true ecosystem of trust. It connects all the dots, from the products themselves, to the quality of the installation, to the expertise of the people putting it all together, making sure there's reliability at every single step of the process. You know, the official PMCA white paper really says it best. The entire system exists to make a very powerful promise. It guarantees the stability, compatibility, and integrity of every certified product and installation. And really, that's the whole point, isn't it? So I guess that leaves us with one final question for any big, serious AV project. Is your system just a random collection of parts that you hope will work together? Or is it actually built on a real, verifiable foundation of trust? Something to think about.